Good morning. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, the Zumba ladies are outside and it's loud. It's loud. It's a little overwhelming because I hear their music, I hear my music, I hear everything. They're just outside. Crazy. It's a little too loud. Oh no. I think I'm slightly overwhelmed with the amount of things that I'm currently hearing. They'll be they'll be over pretty soon, I think. Oh my gosh, please. My brain, but how are you guys for today? Hello, hello. Hi, Lindsay. Enjoy. Oh my god, they just turned up the music. It's even louder now. Excuse me. Some people have to work. Zumba ladies. Hi, Lindsay. Enjoy your puto for today. Um, what's happening? Why are things? There you go. Adam, congratulations on being first. Hello, hello. Also, why aren't you asleep yet? Also, enjoy your bingo orange for today and welcome to the Cool Kids table. So let me know, what do you want Sophia to look like today? Because you are here first. So if I look like I'm rattled, it's because I am. Because there's music outside. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's it's a lot. My brain can't think. My brain can't process because they are being slightly loud. Blue black. Okay, let's go search for that one. At least I can still read. Ah, how are you guys though? I can still read. I can still function. Oh my god, please stop the music. You know that there's been like in our, what do you call this? Like village or something like that, but basically where I live. So there's a homeowners association, right? And one of my neighbors, because we live close to the basketball court, and that's usually where the activities are. So one of our neighbors, he actually complained about it because to be fair, I kind of actually agree. I mean, I like that they're doing Zumba there because it's mostly senior citizens, people, you know. So I like that they're exercising. I know we all need it, but because of the time and because it's so early in the morning, and most of us actually work from home, this is what happens. It really does bother us. Because I remember one of my neighbors, so he works from home and he is usually, I think he's working on US time or something like that. But basically, this time of the day, he's still at work and he's usually in a meeting. So imagine like being in a meeting and hearing roaring loud music outside and not being able to hear any of the people who are in your meeting. Even if you have noise canceling headphones, this is loud. I'm the one usually playing the loud music. Oh no. Loud music I can understand when it's in your room. But imagine loud music outside. Because loud music outside means they don't hear it as much because it's not contained inside the room. Because it's an open space, right? So it's extra loud. Ah, like seriously extra loud. And when I moved here, because I was a couple of houses away before with my parents, right? When we moved here, we're like sitting right in front of the court. So I hear it more. Like this office room is right in front of the court. And I probably in front of one of their speakers. Yeah, playing loud music outside is not good. Yeah. And I feel like they used to do it earlier. So I'm not sure. I think they adjusted their time because I remember before at around 8 a.m. they would be done already. So weird. Hi Alicia, enjoy cheese curls for today. But yeah, I'm fine with them doing Zumba because at the end of the day we all need to exercise. So I'm happy that they actually have an activity. Just tone it down a little. You know what I want them to, but I understand also like when you're in this zone of like dancing or working out, I understand that you want loud noise and it's part of it, right? Especially if it's aerobics or Zumba, it's part of it. And they yell, stuff like that. It's part of the exercise. So I kind of understand it. It's just unfortunate that it happens when I work, when I'm about to start work. Which one do we want? There was a whole fiasco before. Like one of our neighbors like heavily complaining. It even got to like uh what do you call it? It's called the barangay here in the Philippines. Like lower it's a smaller form of government. It's a part of the government, but it's like just within a certain area. It got to that point because it was so loud and they were complaining so much. Yeah, I think what I wish is they just lower down the music a little bit or what if they should buy those. What are those? I remember I saw somewhere there were what do they call? Like silent concerts? Hi Marky, welcome to the Cool Kids table. Enjoy your Uber Jam for today. Like silent concerts where everybody had headphones on so they can still enjoy the music without bothering everyone else. How do I make that possible with no budget? What is speaking to us in these color palettes? Blue, black, blue, black, blue, black. Mhm. I do like some of their their colors, their music though. So I guess I'm not complaining too much. Mm-mm. Ooh, do we like this? This is kind of cute, kind of cute. Let's try. But how are you guys though? I hope you guys are fine this morning. Maybe I should just join them. One of these days, I'm just gonna join the Zumba ladies. If you can't beat them, join them, right? If you can't beat them, join them. uh-uh. So their current music is well, the remix version anyway, because they're dancing. And I hear them yelling. It's so cute. Hmm. Or do we want the light color in the middle? You know, one of these days, let's try this. Mm, I'm gonna ask Rusty to do like to join the Zumba ladies with me. Oh, which one do we like? Hmm. Let's try like three different variations. So we have options. Okay. Which one do we like better? One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, how many screenshots can you send? I just checked the GC with my boss and one other staff. And my boss just sent the same screenshot. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight times. Why? Three looks best. Okay. Why would you do that? She kind of cray cray. I can't hear my music anymore. They just turned up the Zumba music. They made it louder, even louder. Oh my gosh. I think this is why some neighbors complain, and I complain as well. Because they start with music that isn't this loud, and then they just keep amping it up and amping it up. Like, why? Oh, this is so pretty. This feels like my mood. Lord, I cannot hear my music anymore. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. All right. Feel free to populate the task list while I get confused with the amount of music. Are they not done yet? Usually they're done by this time. Oh, my brain is about to break. Also, you should sleep. Also, everybody who's here, go follow Helfrix TV. He is one of Sophia's creators. And he's also an amazing streamer. So please go follow him. We appreciate him. Um, oh my god, the music stopped. The music stopped. Is it over? Is it over now? I think they're cooling down. I hear Fly Me to the Moon. They're probably cooling down and stretching. Oh my gosh. My brain can function again. But anyway, we are gonna go. Today's playlist is Filipino music. This is like a road trip playlist. So it's mostly um Filipino bands, that kind of genre. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. This is the music that I grew up to. I'm a very much a band person. I used to dream of being part of a band. The I was never good at a lot of things, but I used to sing when I was young. Not anymore. I think I broke my voice. I used to have a nice voice when I was young, and I used to dream of being in a band. Um, but yeah, I never really did anything to make that happen. Plus, there was this like very annoying stigma before when I was younger that when you're in a band, you're gonna turn into like you're a dropout or things like that. And it was very negative. And so parents tend to not motivate their kids when that's one of their dreams. So they tend to stay away from those kinds of things. Just a little bit of, our history's toxicity. So I still enjoy very much. I do like a little bit of pop music, but I am more of a rock music kind of girl. So yeah. I'm heading to bed now. Have a great day. Good night, Nelfrix. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. But yes, please go to sleep. It is the wee hours already for you. It's time. It's time to rest. Also, I'm gonna have to. What was I saying before? Oh yeah. So I grew up with music, rock music. I mean, I didn't really grow up with it. It's just my generation's music, I think. So I like most of that. You know, those angst era. I love it. I love it. Um, I don't think I dive too much into like metal. I used to listen to it for a little bit, but not really into it. Like in depth, not really. So more just rock, punk, things like that. Okay. I'm yawning. So I think Rusty's still outside trying to buy something to cook for breakfast. So breakfast is late today. It's also it's kind of a hot day today. So I might turn on the AC later, especially when Rusty's here already, because it's gonna be hotter with two PCs open. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day today. And if you guys Hi, Nessa. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Mm, I'm hoping for a more relaxed day today. I just want to go to bed. I want to go back to bed and sleep, but I cannot. Gotta work. That's the current state of my brain. When are you hyper, jumping, dancing, up and down? I need that energy right now. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I think I had a very, very good night's sleep last night. I was, I don't remember any of my dreams. I'm pretty sure I had some, but I don't remember any of them. So, no story time here, but I had a very nice sleep that I just want to go back to bed and sleep some more. Girl, my brain literally feels like it's out of my body. Isn't that fun though? You know what I need? I need like some my brain needs to go to a place where it feels weird, but it has energy. And I'm just gonna run along with it. Because my brain right now is calling for bedtime. It's so funny. Not so much energy. I had to take my anxiety meds, and I'm now in this state of like still occasionally feels like I'm in the verge of a panic attack, but also I feel like drugged. Ah, is that one of like the side effects of the meds that you're taking, or is that yeah? I think that's what you call it, right? Like a side effect. Sounds weird, but also what can we do? Like that's I'm feeling I'm getting the feeling that that's how it feels. Like it's weird, but what do you want me to do about it? Something like that. Like when our brain tells us that there's something wrong, but our brain is also too lazy to get up to do something about it. Is that how it feels? Though, because the way you're describing it, it feels that way to me. You know, those days where sometimes like our brain is just too lazy to function. Well, I personally have those days. And it sees the things that it needs to do, and my brain will just be like, eh, meh. Yeah, the sedative type sensation, like woozy and just out of body anxious, but also not. Yes, like I don't know how else to say it. Just weird, right? Hi, Howard. Welcome in. Enjoy your pandesal for today. All right. I've never taken like any kind of medications for, like what do you call it? Is it antipsychotic medications? Is that how you like generally describe it? But anything in the likes of that. I've never taken any, but I've always like seen or read about the side effects of it all. And it really varies, right? It depends on the person. There are like standard side effects that's listed in the box, probably. At least I think so. But it really varies depending on the person. But hopefully the out of body experience is, you know, manageable. Because I'm sure that there is a struggle that comes along with it. Also, is it correct? We call it antipsychotic meds. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I there is a generic term for it as far as I know, like a general term, but I don't remember. I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly. Like I'm still anxious, but the meds help dampen. Yeah, that's what they're called. This med helps lessen the physical feelings of feeling anxious, but at the same time, my brain still feels anxious. So, mm, little bit more complicated. I'm trying to absorb it. So it's only helping with the physical aspect of it, I think. Is that what you're explaining? I my brain is like so broken. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah. So it's preventing the physical aspect of it. So it's supposed to be not too bad, right? That's the goal of the medication. But technically the mental aspect you still feel it. Is that the case? That's how to describe it. If my brain is still anxious, but the meds make me not physically feel anxious. Like racing heart rate. My muscles feel more relaxed, chest doesn't feel that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So just the physical parts so that you don't go into a full-blown anxiety attack, I guess. Because the physical things that were uh are what usually send me into spiral. Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay. I think I kinda understand it now. I know I've never taken any anti like any meds like that, but I like any kind of medication has its side effects. So just I feel for you. Thank you. Talking about it helped my brain be able to process and explain it, right? I understand that sometimes when you're anxious, um, I think yeah, because sometimes I used to have panic attacks, like full blown panic attacks, and it started when I was younger. Um, because I wasn't really able to process when, you know, my parents would yell at me. My brain wouldn't process it, so I would have full blown anxiety attacks. And because I lived in a generation where mental health wasn't really a topic that people talk about. It just kept happening. And I think it kind of carried over until I was an adult and I actually figured out what it's actually called. But yeah, so I understand like one of the worst the panic attacks that I remember is mostly the feeling of trying to catch your breath but still not being able to breathe. Like I was always be something like that. But yeah, that is what I remember. And I think before I got married, I had a full blown anxiety attack. And it wasn't because of, the getting married part. It was because of something else. Me and my mom were, I don't know, we were fighting over something ridiculous. But yeah, so I hope you feel better. At least the physical aspects are gone. But yeah, I think when I did have those panic attacks, like being able to just sit down and have a person talk to you about it, even if you can't respond, that usually helps me. That did help me before. Because sometimes people don't know what to do. That's what's so hard about having like a panic attack is sometimes people just don't know how to process what's happening to you. And I don't blame them. We don't get taught about this in school. But yeah, it gets harder because you're at the state where you are unable to like talk and process because you're trying to catch your breath. And then there's someone in front of you who's like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And you're like, "I can't talk." What do you mean what I want? Can't talk. I've been on antidepressants years ago and then had to go back on them as of a couple of years ago. But the near constant panic attacks started just under a year ago. Ooh, a result of PTSD after being hospitalized. Huh. Yes, that feeling of not being able to breathe. Yeah, literally someone just sitting there and holding my hand and talking to me gently. I actually have a little note card I carry that I can give them because I get where I literally can't talk. Oh, that's actually very nice to have a note card because I understand that some people don't know what to do because again, this wasn't, we don't discuss this in school unless you went to medical school. We don't discuss this in school. Like, how do you help people? Even first aid isn't, properly discussed in school. So how do you help? And it's hard because I know there are people like with very, very good intentions and like, but just doesn't know what to do. And I feel bad when that happens because I'm sure it's hard for all of us. But yeah, I do hope that you feel better. Nice that to get, you know, to get the physical aspects out of the way because panic attacks they're mean. They're very mean and there is no from what I've experienced, there's like no specific time that it ends. There is no pattern. They're just mean. They're very mean and they just happen. And I think it's like, well, it's mostly when you bottle. It happens when you get put into a situation and you can't really control it. So hope you feel better, love. Hope you do. That makes me spiral bad when I get where I can't get words out. It's such a feeling of loss of control or just feeling so vulnerable. Yeah, same. And the thing is, when I used to have those, I had it when I was very young. And it used to happen when my parents would start to scold me about, I don't know, things I did as a kid. I wasn't the best kid, but things I did as a kid. And they would start yelling and I would get to that point where I can't breathe, and they would just tell me that. because it again, it wasn't a language that we know of. It wasn't something that was talked about. So my parents didn't know what it was, and they would just double down on, the yelling and just telling me that I might be pretending or things like that. My parents aren't bad parents. They're just different generation, different, very different core system. Plus, they did get married pretty young. So, but yeah. So I think as I grew older, I would still get that tense. When at those moments where like I'm gonna have a serious talk with my dad or something like that, or they're trying to scold me for something that I did, I would go into this. I would just freeze up because I anticipate the yelling. So I would freeze up and then go back to that state of not being able to breathe because I guess inner child traumatized by all of that. I had a panic attack in a telehealth and got where I couldn't talk and was shaking so bad. Got so bad I couldn't hold it and dropped my phone. And because I was home alone, my doctor actually called for a wellness check. Oh, it's where the local police come out. Oh yeah. I think I've seen that in movies, the wellness checks. Totally. Some people would be like upset about it, but for me, I'm actually super grateful for the times I've had to have officers come check. Well, I think that's true, especially if you live. I mean, we don't have wellness checks here. That is not something that exists here. I wish we did, because I feel like that could have prevented a whole bunch of things. Um, but yeah, sometimes we just need it. I know some people are bothered by it because I don't know, for whatever reason, they get wellness checks without needing them, or because neighbors are suspicious of them. The world is weird and things like that happen. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys have that program though. I wish we had that here. Like if we had that here and kids would have access to it, I think there would be a lot of problems that would be solved. They're really kind, and there's a big part of me that feels so grateful to have that resources. Yeah. I understand some people do. That's why I think it's also annoying to the officers who do the wellness checks. Because at the end of the day, if it was a prank, if it wasn't real, you not just waste their time, you also, wasted the time of someone who actually needed it. The because but the officers got deployed somewhere else. So not a good prank. There's been times they came out where I was not in a good place and they really helped. Oh, that's so good. That's so nice. That is definitely a good thing to have. Ah, we need that here. What if I just run for like homeowners association and do a program like that? Is it the stepping stone to politics? Ugh, I hate it. I try and talk about things because of what you said. There's such a stigma and there shouldn't be. Yep, 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 yep. And the thing is, I think one of my struggles is yes, after you get over the part that there is a stigma, or you get over that hurdle, the other hurdle that you have to pass is the fact that some people don't know how to talk to people who are talking about these things. And I mean, I still make mistakes too because again, we weren't taught about these things. Like if a person is has anxiety or depression or any mental problems, not everyone knows how to talk to these people. And sometimes, because it's not embedded in our system. Sometimes we say things that invalidate their feelings, and we don't necessarily intend to do that. I mean, other people don't necessarily intend to do that, but that's what happens just because we've lived in this society for so long that we are still illiterate about mental health. I mean, I still make mistakes, and I've gone through that shit. I've gone through some shit, and some people have gone through worse. And yeah, I just wish it was in, I don't know where they could possibly put it in, but I think it's definitely something that needs to be talked about in school. I don't know where to put it, but I feel like school is, there's just so much things that we learned in school that that's more based on no, I don't want to call it smart because there's a different term that I'm trying to think of. But yeah, that's the basis of school, right? And I think we lack a little bit of the um like the relationship parts of learning, like how to talk to other people, how to be nice to other people. I think that's what's missing in school. The empathy, we don't get taught about empathy and stuff like that. And I think that's why the society has problems because we were so focused on like being book smart, like knowing like all these different sciences, maths, like literacy, like literacy, and there isn't subjects about human relationships or human behavior or how to converse with people, not just with perfect grammar, but with empathy. And I think that needs to be back in schools. Yep, same. I try to look at the world and individual as we've all gone through a lot and nobody's perfect. And when people mess up, that's gonna happen. And if we give each other grace when that happens, it can, yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh yeah. I think it's just hard because it's also like the society that we live in, we are used to being in this cutthroat society, right? We're used to being in, like, you have to know this and this and this and this to succeed in life. And there isn't really a metric for, like, are you becoming a good person? Are you, are you developing into a human being and not just a robot? There isn't really metrics for that. And there is no measure for that. And it gets, it gets put to the back of the pile, which it shouldn't, but because, they don't ask that in interviews, they don't ask that for work. So it gets to the back of the pile. And that's just sad. At the same time, I still expect myself to be perfect. Still working on, yeah. I think it is what it is. Society is what made us. And it's fine. It happens. It is what it is. And um that's all we can do. That's all that we can do about it. Anyway, I have yapped on for more than 30 minutes, I think. I swear, the Zumba distracted me so much that I thought this was just a just chatting stream. Ah, where did the time go? I'm supposed to work today. My struggle with perfectionism is a big issue for me because it prevents me from trying things out of fear of failure, but I'm trying. Oh yeah, same, same. That was a it was definitely a good convo. And then I looked at the time and I happened to glance at the time and realized I did not work. But thank you for having this conversation with me. It's nice to be able to talk about these things. I think at the end of the day, we need to talk about it more. We need to teach the new generation about it more and actually teach ourselves to become aware about these things more because if you're my age, we weren't taught about these things. There's still a lot of things that we don't know. And, just be nice to other people. I will stop distracting you. It's fine. Just be nice. I think at the end of the day, being nice to other people will help greatly with mental health. Because most of the time, mental health is trauma, and trauma comes from experiences that weren't nice. So start with being nice, and then we'll figure it all out. We'll figure out the rest later. All right. I'm going back. I'm gonna go actually work. I don't know if breakfast is gonna be ready anytime soon. I think I have to actually go to work. So I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck with the rest of your tasks for today, and feel free to populate our task list. Enjoy our Filipino music for today's stream. And breakfast right on time. Yay! Where's your food? You're not gonna eat with me. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck, friends. Hello, friends. It's break time. Ah, I have to figure out the pitch deck. How are you guys? How are you all? I hope everybody's doing fine. Sabihin mo, maghihintay ako sa'yo. Kasi medyo naiinip na ako. How is everybody doing? Doing? Oh gosh. Ah, pwede ba? What else? I forgot to start the timer earlier, so we had a longer focus time. Ah, always, always. Hi, Arena. Welcome back. What's the mood for today? Ooh. Mm, I think I would like to be happy today. Would like to be happy. Mm, let's do the pink bunny today. I don't think we've worn this in a while. There you go. So the mood is apparently Playboy. Playboy bunny. It's so funny. I feel weird today. Really, there's a part of me that doesn't want to work today. Ah, why? Paper bigla yun pala yung happy. How was your first POMO? It was fine. I thought I was gonna be doing something else. So now I'm just trying to figure out. I need to do a pitch deck apparently. I forgot about it. So now I have to figure out what to put in the pitch deck because we've already sent them a proposal. So I'm not sure why they're asking for a pitch deck. And I don't want to give away too much in the pitch deck because if we give away too much, they may not hire us because we've already given them everything. Well, execution we still won't be able to give them. So that's one. But you know how it is with corporate. It's just so hard because they switched. So the person that we initially were talking to, he was promoted. So now there's a new guy in town, and we're adjusting to his process. And there was one other member from the client side that resigned a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it's months already. And she actually had the pitch deck already. Because what we usually do, our usual process is they send us a pitch deck because they already presented that to head office, right? And then we're going to be in charge of execution. Now they're asking us for the pitch deck, which is weird. Hi, Arun. So cute, right? We haven't worn this in a while. I really do like this. It's so soft and fluffy. Makes me feel like a Playboy bunny. I don't know why it does. I think it's because it's like the high ears. Like aren't like Playboy bunnies usually have this. Well, back in the day, anyway. But I think Playboy is still alive, right? Yeah, work is fine. Just a lot of thinking today. Because I do like making proposals. I like making pitches, but It's harder to do it when there's not much direction. Like, what are they expecting? But it's fine. Well, we'll figure it out. We are. We'll get there. We'll get to the point where we figure it out. But how are you guys though? How are you guys doing? Everybody fine on your part of the world? Di makuha. Hmm, maling akala. So I thought I was just going to be sitting down and figuring out the whole shebang. I also need to prepare because we do have a new hire coming in. So I need to prepare for her onboarding. A lot of things. There's a lot of things that we have to do today, and I'm not sure if we have the time to do everything. I know that's annoying, but if anyone can pull out something creative, it's you. Aw, thank you, Rune. I appreciate it. It's only Tuesday, but my energy is pang Friday. Same. I honestly, I didn't want to get out of bed today. I feel so lazy. I don't know why. Ugh. You know what I want? I feel like I want a long hot bath. Can somebody send over wine, a charcuterie board, and a bathtub and a bath bomb and let me have a day with just that? Oh gosh, same. Right. Maybe it's also the heat because it is a hot day today. Maybe. Yesterday wasn't too much of a hot day, so I was feeling I felt better yesterday than I do today. So maybe that's why. Maybe. I don't know. I think sign na mag-vacation. It is, it's September and I just heard a Christmas song earlier with the Zumba ladies. I heard them play a Christmas song already. Oh my gosh. And for those of you who don't know, Christmas starts at September here in the Philippines. And I just heard my first Christmas song. And I feel like we just had Christmas yesterday. I would, but by the time it gets from the Philippines to London, it will be ice cold. Nauna pa sa Halloween. I know, right? I swear, I heard the Christmas song and it was like a slap in the face. Like, huh? It's Christmas already? Really? That a year has gone by already. We're already heading over to Christmas territory. Still need to celebrate my birthday first, but you know what I mean? This year flew by so freaking fast. I don't know where time has gone. And yesterday, so me and my husband, we love watching Drag Race, and we were watching Drag Race US, the latest season, because we weren't able to watch it. I know it's already done, so no spoilers, please, because I haven't watched it yet. But we were watching that, and he was saying, "Oh, the what do you call this? The competitors this season are so young." And I was like, "Well, they're not that young. We're just old. We're just old." And I think that's the reality of it. Like, because like if you like watching reality shows, and I've watched a couple of reality shows since I was younger, I remember watching them when I was young, and my comments were always, "Oh,